A cute and adorable dog with a human wearing clashing socks. Today's my laundry day. Let me show you how I keep my socks together and how I make my laundry days run smoothly so that it doesn't feel like a chore. Try this hack on laundry days for easier washing and a more organized you. Run cold water slowly into a used dish soap dispenser until the water runs clear. Then pour in your favorite laundry detergent. Buy or create your own label for labeling. I have this peel and stick from the dollar store. You will obviously need a marker that is compatible with the label. I'm using an opaque marker that is very visible on dark background. Okay, now make your mark, write clearly so all who use this product can read it. Now all you have to do is stick it on. Simple, right? You can use a fancier label if you want, but now I just can't wait for you to see how I use it. You can change out your detergent as I am doing here. This is actually the detergent I prefer. These are very simple hacks using simple reusable things from home. There aren't any challenging techniques in this video, no frills and bows or bells and whistles. I hope you will find these ideas helpful.
Now, I really like this because it's just so easy to squeeze out. Simple. Just open it up. With one hand, you just squirt it out. And with one hand, you just close it. So simple.
Look at that. Simply a breeze. And I'm only using one hand. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on this. Comments, please.
You don't spill anything. See how easy that is? And you're good to go. That's just so simple. You just close it like that and you put it back, right? Rather than doing it this way and having to pour it out. I mean, it does have a little nozzle, but you know, it's pretty heavy sometimes, right? I really like this idea. I think it's really neat. Okay, but just a tip, right? It's just simple, inexpensive, no money spending tip. Okay, so I purchased these key tags. They come in an assortment of colors, and these are what I'm going to use to identify all my laundry baskets, whether they're colors or black and white, towels, or just whatever it is. And I'm just going to take off the ring, and when you take off the ring, this slides out. Okay, it only slides out one end. It slides out the smaller end because you have two circles, one larger, one smaller. Actually, you have a transparent plastic window. Underneath is your paper, and you can write on the paper whatever it is that you're going to organize. You can just write it there, and then you slide it back in. You can also manipulate at the back there with this little rectangular small opening. Okay, and you put your ring back in, and that's that. So I'm going to show you now how I attach it to my baskets so that I can identify. So here we are. So I have one of the baskets to show you as an example. So this basket will hold uniforms. I have it written on here, the black coded one. It's got uniforms written in it. I also used one of my labelers to print the word uniforms and attach it to the front of this basket. Okay, so that works well too, either one. Okay.
Now, the way I made a hole in this plastic laundry basket was by using a simple hole punch. That's it. It worked really well as long as the lip of the basket is not too thick. The challenge, you see, is that you have to slide the hole punch between the lip and the basket itself. If you find that the handle on your laundry basket is too thick, and you have problems inserting your hole punch, try using a drill bit, an awl, or even a tweezer. I am sure you can find many things in your toolbox at home to help you with this. The plastic is soft enough to puncture with ease.
This is my one for towels, so I'm just going to show you how I did it. So just putting it up like this. I'll try another spot. Okay, I just did it like this. A good poke, disengage, there you go. All right, and this is my towels, so I'm just going to twist. When you're working with these little rings, you just have to do a nice little twist. Like I said, this is about an 18 gauge. Okay, and it's pretty soft, but yet it's sturdy enough and it can hold. So you just slip it in, a little bit more opening, slip it in and close it. Just swing it together and close it, and you have your label on your label. So, and it's, like I said, it's color coded. Now the basket itself isn't green. It would be nice if the basket itself was green too. That's another way you can actually organize your laundry, is by color coding your baskets. But I think it's easier to just have it printed up in somewhere you can read it, know it's the towels or it's the colors or whatever. So that's how it works. Okay, so I hope this is a little bit of a help to you and you can keep yourself organized. It's great for seniors and children. Easily identifiable. Friendly little tip. This is how you can go about organizing your socks when you have the same color socks, like black socks or white socks, similar colored socks that you keep having to try and find the matching pair. So anyway, it's as simple, and if you've already tried this at home, wonderful. So I have all this material using the scissors, and I just cut them off. I just cut off pieces, but you just cut it straight across. The thing that you want to do is you want to did it so it stretches, right? It doesn't fray, because what I have here is a knit. I'm using a knit material so that it won't fray, right? But I cut it along the stretch as opposed to stretching it like this, right? It doesn't stretch as much, doesn't have as much give. That's the reason why I stretch it. I mean, I cut it along the stretch. Okay, so that's simple, right? Just cut a couple of strips and you're good to go when you're using up your material. I store all my little strings in this little pouch, as you can see, and I get what I need. Come on over here with me. I'm going to show you how simple it is. So here I have, these are all the socks I have, that black and blue socks, that when I wash it, I have to find the matching set. No, I'm done with that. No way. Okay, so this is what I mean. They're so similar but slightly different. But anyway, it'll have to do. I'm telling you. Okay, and I know that these belong together. It's simple. Look at that. Not even 10 seconds. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that, 8 or 9 seconds. Simple, right? You do this 10 seconds, not even 10 seconds.
Okay, now you count.
Right? 10 seconds rather than having about, oh my gosh, 5 minutes trying to match up the pairs when you'll stick them in the washing machine and try to find each matching set. Isn't that annoying? It's so annoying. So anyway, this is a little tip. So just cut up your old fabrics that you're not using if you're a sewer, or if you have, or you can even go like a fabric store and grab some remnants. They have boxes of remnants in the stores for cheap. Get some even for $2. But you know what? Do it tighter, because this is knit. It's easy to undo. If it's another type of material, like say like a cotton or something, some old cotton you have at home, you can't undo it as easy. So you can do this tight, and still you do a slip knot like this, and it still comes undone easily, right? So that's it. Do it tight. And then you tie up all your socks, and you know when you take them apart, you wash them, all you have to do is put them together and put them in your drawer, right? How hard is that? All right.
Remove the dirty socks Fold them up and place in laundry hamper. Undo for wash.
You have your string. This has to be a knit. It has to be a very stretchy material. Very stretchy. Okay? You just put it on top of your string, your socks on top of your string. Now, I'm right-handed, so it depends on which is your dominant hand.
So my right side string will be longer than my left side string.
You're just going to come across as if you're tying a shoelace or tying anything for that matter. And you're going to come like this. Your string will be reversed so that the shorter end is now on your right side. And of course, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to repeat the same thing as if you're tying. This time, you're not going to pull it all the way through. You're going to make a half knot. You're going to leave the right side longer. You want to be able to identify that right side, right? So when you come around again, it's going to be the right side that you're going to pull through.
Socks organizing is a big deal, people. Do you ever ask yourself, where the heck do all those missing socks
The longer
go?
one is the one that comes freely loose. If you pull this, the shorter one, it doesn't come loose. But if you pull the longer one, this one, it comes right undone. And your socks is ready to be put away. Okay, now this is totally something that is like totally up to you. It's which is the better of the two evil. Is it having them all loose and trying to find them, taking the time to find them, or tying them so that you save a lot more time than you would have if you had not tied them. Okay, you can pin it, but that doesn't work. I did that when my kids were little. It doesn't really work because it rips the socks. It doesn't keep it together. Sometimes it comes undone. Pinning doesn't work. Still intact. And all you do now is just throw them in the dryer. They're all together. Okay, so they're in the dryer right now, and I am going to remove them and stop it. Okay. Let's see. They're all intact. Even my big old walking sock slippers is still intact. Still intact. Yep, see? All tied up still, all tied. So you see how this is now. Instead of searching to match up all the pairs, all I have to do is just open this up. And this is simple, but this is the reason why you have to have a longer one, because when you're taking them apart, you don't want to waste time, right? You want to be able to identify really fast. So here's a longer one. Just have to grab it by the base and pull it. That's how fast it is. And then you just fold it up. There's this one, the longer one. Longer one, you pull the longer one at the base, pull it fast, and you're good to go. So, it's just a simple idea, right? It's just simple. There's no fuss about it. It's just simple. A string and your socks. You tie it, you're good to go. That's it. All right? Okay. Saves time. And you're organized.
Notice what happens if you pull the wrong string. Nobody I know does this. I think it's because nobody wants to spend time tying up their socks, so they spend the time instead sifting through a pile of socks, trying to match them all up, and oftentimes it doesn't happen and they end up like this. Or something like this. Same pattern, different colors. Sadly, even this.
You may at times be so busy that you end up, the longer string is not going to be the one that you pull. It might be the shortest string, but it's still the right string. It's still the right hand. When you cross it over, it's still going to be the right hand. So there you go. This is this in this case, this was a shorter one, but you should identify it by making one longer. Okay, that's why it's important. This makes it faster.
Identify with either long or short string.
You see how fast it works though, even with mistakes. Like which one's longer.
You can absolutely identify using either a long or short string. Just be consistent.
Fun for the kids. I think this is for the kids to do. It's fun for the kids to do. You know, when they're like 7 and 8, that's when they like to do things. You know, 6 and 5, you can teach them to do this. Okay, and there you go. Your socks are done, ready to go. Right? Put them all in your drawers. Or wherever it is you put them. Done.